My husband. Is what I just saw on your phone true? Did you marry my best friend? And why did you do that? You married my best friend in secret.
Yes, I did. I married her because I want you and want her too.
The day I discovered my husband was secretly married to my best friend, my life changed forever. I trusted her like a sister. She knew everything about me, even my marriage. But I never imagined she was sharing my husband behind my back. It started with small things like late night calls, hidden messages, strange silence. I asked questions, but love made me ignore the truth. Until one day, he forgot his phone at home. A message popped up, and that was the moment my heart stopped. And the state like this: I miss you. And my husband read heart from my best friend. In that moment, I couldn't breathe. My hands were shaking, but I opened the messages, the pictures, videos, and their secrets. Then I saw it, a wedding photo of my husband and my best friend. They were married for 2 years, while I was still his wife. That night, I asked my husband one question. I asked him, "Are you married to Amoka?" My husband didn't deny it. He said, "Yes." And there was no apology, no regret. Just one sentence that I will never forget. He said to me, "I needed both of you." That night, I cried, but not for long, because something inside me changed. And I left, with no drama, no begging. I started from nothing. I worked hard. I failed. Until everything changed. 5 years later, I walked into a luxury event. And then I saw them. My husband and my best friend. They looked shocked, broken, struggling. But me, I had become everything they never expected. And I looked at them and said, "You didn't destroy me, but you built me." The same people who destroyed my life showed up at my gate begging for help. The life I built without them. 5 years changed everything. The woman they once betrayed was gone. I was no longer the weak, loving wife who tolerated lies. I had become powerful, successful, untouchable. My business had grown beyond anything I imagined. People respected me. They listened when I spoke. And most importantly, I finally respected myself. And there came the unexpected visit. That afternoon, I was reviewing documents in my office when my gatekeeper called me. "Madam, there are 2 people here to see you," he said to me. "I'm not expecting anyone," I replied to him. But he said back to me, "They said that you know them." Something about his tone made me pause for a moment, and said to him, "Let them in." I shocked. The moment I saw them, time froze. My ex-husband and Amoka, my best friend who betrayed me, standing at my gate. But they weren't the same. Their clothes looked worn. Their faces looked tired. In that moment I realized that life had clearly not been kind to them. And there came the fall of the betrayers. Amoka stepped forward first. Her voice was shaky. And she said to me, We need your help." I said nothing. I just looked at them. Turned, couldn't even meet my eyes. "What happened?" I asked calmly. Silence filled the place. Then the truth came out. It happened that everything they built collapsed. My husband lost his job. And they had bad decisions. Debt. Failed investments. And Amoka. The same woman who once smiled at my pain was now struggling to survive. They had sold almost everything they have. And now, they had nothing left. And there was moments of power. For a second, I remembered the pain, the betrayal, the tears, the sleepless nights. This was the moment most people dream of. Revenge. Then the apology that came too late. Amoka suddenly dropped to her knees. "I'm sorry," she cried. "We made a mistake. Please forgive us," she said to me. And my husband finally spoke. "We know we hurt you, but we need help. Just one chance." Then I made one decision. I walked slowly toward them, and every step carried my past. I looked down at Amoka, the same woman who once called me sister. Then I looked at my husband, the man who said he needed both of us, and I gave them my response. "I forgive you," I said to them. Their faces lit up instantly, and hope returned to their eyes. But then I continued, and I said to them again, "But I will not help you." Silence fell. The air became heavy. Their expressions changed. And there was confusion, shock, disbelief. Then I dropped the final words. "You didn't think about me when you destroyed my life," I said calmly. "And you made your choices. Now live with them," I said to them. Immediately, my husband stepped forward desperately. And he said to me, "Please, don't do this." I raised my hand slightly and said to him, "No." Then the exit. I turned around with no anger, no hatred, just peace. As I walked back into my house, I heard Amoka crying behind me. But this time, it didn't move me. Sometimes forgiveness doesn't mean giving people access to your life again. It means setting yourself free. Just when I thought that the story was over, a secret from the past came back to destroy everything I believed. The peace I thought I had. After I turned them away, my life felt even lighter. I had no anger, no regret, just peace. For the first time in years, I slept without pain. Until one night, everything changed. When I received a call, it was past midnight when my phone rang, and it appeared to be an unknown number. I almost ignored it, but something told me to pick up. "Hello," I said, and a weak voice replied and said to me, "Please, come quickly. It's about your husband." My heart skipped. The caller called from the hospital. Then I hurried up to the hospital. When I arrived there, the smell of antiseptic filled the air. My husband was lying on the hospital bed, weak, barely conscious. Amoka sat beside him, crying silently. She looked up at me and was shocked. "You came," she said to me. But I didn't respond. I just looked at him. The man who once broke me now looked completely broken. And the shocking truth was revealed. The doctor called me aside and asked me, "Are you family?" he asked. I hesitated, then nodded slightly. He sighed. "He has a serious condition. He's been hiding it for years," the doctor said to me. My chest tightened. "What condition?" I asked him. Then the doctor opened up the secret of kidney failure. In that moment my words spun. He needed treatment a long time ago, but he refused. The doctor said to me, "Why?" I asked, and I was confused. The doctor looked at me carefully, and he said to me, "He couldn't afford to lose you. This time the truth unfolds, and Nothing made sense. I turned to Amoka. What is he talking about? I asked her. She broke down completely. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. She cried. The hidden reason became open. Through tears. Amoka confessed. Your husband found out that he was sick years ago. He didn't want you to suffer with him. So, he started pushing you away. I froze and said to her, no, that's not true. But deep inside, something started to crack. The painful reality is that he thought if you hated him, Amoka continued, it would be easier for you to move on. Tears filled my eyes. So you decided to betray me instead? I snapped. She shook her head. It went too far. We lost control. Everything became real. The conflict inside me. My mind was spinning. Was it love? Was it betrayal? Or both? Everything I believed suddenly felt incomplete. Tom slowly opened his eyes. He saw me. Tears rolled down his face. You came. I stepped closer. Why didn't you tell me the truth? I asked. My voice was shaking. He smiled weakly. Because I knew you would stay. He said to me. The moment that broke me again is when he said this to me. I didn't want your life to end because of me. He whispered. I wanted you to be free. Tears fell freely down my face. After everything, a part of me still cared. And the decision that changed everything. The doctor spoke again and said to me, he needs a donor urgently. Silence filled the room. Then, all eyes turned to me. Then the ultimate choice was made. The same man who broke me now needed me to survive. And my final words. I took a deep breath, looked at him, looked at Amoka. Then I said to them, I forgive you. Completely. They both started crying. But some things can never be undone. I turned and began to walk away. My husband called my name weakly. I paused. But I didn't turn back. Because love can forgive. But it doesn't always return.